All right, going into the grand finals, minor one. It says major tournament one grand finals. This is incorrect title. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a FaZe fan. I'll be rooting for FaZe. Breakout standard. One guy drop zip, throw shoulder, catch timing. Even if you spot a guy, you get weak. You just zip back up. You have help. Play with your teammate. Do not lose your grandma control. That's the only way they can get a significant amount of this time. Send one guy plat to watch the OE as well, which can be annoying. Just a lot of the game is generally not letting somebody hit up and get zip up to your blue, or hit down and zip up to your grandma. Simp gonna be able to get behind gun here, although I feel like he's late. Might be a stun. BZ gonna get that though. He's playing for the late peak. Or no, actually I think he hit their bottom. So the mid OE doesn't work out, but they end up trading off. Draws P1 gun, able to be annoying at least. Yep. Got a free kill on Tej, can't get it. And Atlanta's just, or I'm sorry, Ravens are just winning. They have their setup of choice. You see they have 3 dead. None of them are even trying to, well, they also saw the last guy, Grandma. None of them are even trying to take space. They have their setup of choice. This is how they're playing it. They just have to figure it out. Simp gonna find the route. They know they're looking for him still, I think. You see 2 Carolina players have turned to look for him, while FaZe are just getting the rest of the time. It's gonna end up going pretty even, but they're gonna end up, FaZe gonna end up letting 2 Carolina players get pushed up, and one of them's even gonna go to clear the back here. Who kills this guy? I guess it's number 8. This is Vivid. So trade out. And then, yeah, the timing doesn't quite go their way. Draws didn't need to jump in directly after, I don't feel like, although he might not have realized that Celium was about to get the kill on Slasher. He was probably worried about his back. But yeah, Simp ends up getting it. Trades now FaZe's direction. But Ravens have a little bit closer spawns here. FaZe have better positions. Tej somehow able to pinch this. I need to see how. How was he able to get away with that? So Tej just ends up hitting through bottom. They were looking for him. He was last alive, I assume. And he's gonna end up getting the entry on a BZ, and that's gonna really open shit up for his team. Because now all they clear time. They know, okay, you have to be left side time, and then the remaining players have to be assisting from top. Tej able to even get the second on trade. Simp got 2 somehow. That should not have happened. Yeah, and FaZe are just outnumbered. Or they lose the trade war. Oh, but Cell's able to kill him off time instead of him just like kind of being able to stay alive. Cell's gonna be able to get him off, and then they get the kill top. Alright, so the general idea here, if you're FaZe, is like, look at where all these arrows are. Like, there's 2 seconds left. We're going to next. What are we doing? One's gonna kill old, but you still had 2 playing here. Now there is gonna be a flip because number 1 was able to push up enough, I guess, not to have them spawn in the back. Must be a miracle because I've seen it a lot. But this little middle angle does effectively block. 5 is gonna be in the back, but you still have 3 Carolina players that spawn out. FaZe only gonna invest 2 players to get this guy out of the back spawn. BZ's not gonna be able to get him, so. It's a big 1v1 over here. This is primary, and a BZ does clear, so now FaZe player should spawn in the back. Actually, I think he spawned gun because they were both blocking while fighting. And FaZe, yeah, just win the trade war. So if Slasher wins that gunfight, it's quite a bit different. Yeah, so your heli OE doesn't work out here. You're really playing heavy off that, I assume. And it gets red even worse than that. They're trying to essentially secure the scrap time with that. scared me. It's my fucking desk. Oh, shit was collapsing. So BZ's gonna actually, who is this? Simp is gonna run parallel to 6, but not realize he's gonna end up getting traded. But Carolina are gonna win this row. That's another thing about playing scrap on P3, is that generally the team that clears gets the row, just because you're spawning a little bit closer in the back versus back here, and you have a lot of boat access. Whereas the other team, not so much. Big. Carolina just winning the trade war. This is a very scrappy hill. There's not much to go over. You just fill, you get tempo. If you ever see a timing where maybe a couple teammates go down and you're not going to be there in time, you hit a route. Maybe go to their zip, their spiral, something. Stop crying, bro. Bay's going to finally clear. Get this. You're going to get to 100 points here. I'm not exactly sure what Carolina are doing so wrong, other than just like getting kind of pretty easily cleared. They haven't been able to hold anything, I suppose. So just playing heavy through your building. That's one thing you can't lose, like your grandma or your blue. So not surprising. Let your guys' windows try and work a timing. Gwyn drops down, actually gets a kill. Number 4's got the pinch though. Number 5 also drops down. 5 gets the angle in time, but not the kill. And then yeah, number 4 flanking top ends up catching. He's gonna hang out the window, hold the cut. 7's gonna actually hit out, or he's gonna go through bottom. Number 7 is playing for new, and he's hitting his route with like 35 seconds. He spawns up with like 35 seconds and hits a route to play new. Oh, but he actually jumps up and he starts cutting this from ammo. This is a good play. I'm tripping. Now he helps his team get on time and then immediately is able to row. FaZe playing, giving them the front. FaZe essentially saying, we're not going to fight for the front. If one of you want to poke your head back here and see if we're here, then go for it. And this is, I believe, something that occurred in FaZe versus Minnesota. So number 7, Gwyn, making it a point not to peek them, just to be annoying, and he's being annoying. Just played around that area without exposing himself. Now they have to clear him, and they do. If Gwyn gets that gunfight, it's big, because now he's going to be spawning really separate from his teammates, and he's not going to be effectively here on this push. They're going to end up trading. Gwyn spawns up elbow, and he's going to die immediately to a guy top, or maybe bottom grandma. Not sure what the fuck that was. Bottom grandma's just going to drop, though. He's not going to waste any time. Gwyn's probably going to assume that he dropped at this point. Yeah, you see Gwyn turn. Oh, to there. He called him dead even though he didn't kill him yet. They're just gonna heavy win this. Oh, and then you see Slasher spawns in the back, immediately turns around. He's running forward just by habit, and then he's like, wait a fucking minute. Turns immediately back around to hold. Love it. Now, 3's looking for 5. He said, I have the back. I'm blocking. Wait, he's here. They did not expect him to be there. Realistically, I don't know why he was the only one to spawn there on his team. It doesn't make any sense. We'll pretend it does for a second. They're going to go for 1 zip, 1 OE. They get top control. They clear top. That's 2 dead. Wow, that was a lot of bullets. Yeah, Carolina ends up clearing. So they're immediately, Carolina should be fully ready for them to go new. Number 8 OEs and kills 3. That's big. Because now they have to tweak about if he slipped and dropped. Number 4 has it though. Now they know, but number 2's been out of the play for so long. They end up picking him though. Now they're not getting that scrap. And they're in no position to contest. So once again, they're coming in very staggered. They need to get together and get a push going. Said they're gonna nade themselves in a staircase and get 2-piece by Simp. Okay, that's something. That is something. Now your other two teammates are staggered. Are they gonna throw their lives before their other two teammates get there in time? No, not in this case. They're playing it together. They just lose naturally. Last guy, number 6. Gets 1. Gwen's already dropped down, and now they're going to break. And they're going to break with 25. That's a pretty huge break. Simp almost going to get that double kill in the most ridiculous way I've ever seen. Not quite, though. And they're going to end up clearing. Yeah. So, very hard-fought time for FaZe. And London ended up going to get about 20 to 23 of this scrap. This tower spawn, or not spawn, but just having a guy your tower here is super annoying. Because he can cut your spawn if you're blocking up top here. If you have a block on this back spawn and this heli spawn, and he just essentially has you cut. You have to play for him constantly. He can get in your building. He can peek out. He can just prone here and then just like flank you. He can just come back out and flank you the other way. He can run left and cut this way. Go front grandma cut. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this position in P1. It's insane. But that's only if London spawn here. And they do. He went back to help his team clear grandma. Or blue, I mean. I think this is... I mean, I would just call that a flat-out mistake. And now it's just going to be the subs of London. Just Gwen and TJ Halley. Who knew? The literal best subs. They're looking like the one of the... Oh, wait, TJ's 13-20. I take it back. Oof. He's lost that to an AR. And now they're funneling steps. Oh my god. Still got a crazy kill. Now there's 3 dead. Phaser on time. Last guy heli. And aBeZy chows heli from time and wins it. There's not... That's so unnecessary, brother. So they get 5 seconds. I mean... The reason why the 2 London players are playing for this is not because they forgot that the rotation was P2. It's because they want to be able to secure their top mid. And so by killing aBeZy, the last guy who they're looking for, who they know was old getting scrap, they have top mid control now. Now he's getting double chowed from ammo. He's going to end up getting traded. Now you have no... Now you lost it. You lost all that. So... Yep, that is going to be game. Another thing I'm going to say is that when you're trying to regain map control and the other team kind of has everything covered, the most efficient way to get it back is to chop the leg off. So either go for the isolate the guy on the top lane or the bottom lane. And that's why the aBeZy kill was also so important. Because you can't really isolate a kill on the top lane because like P2 is on that lane. And they could be anywhere but. Let alone the head glitches. I think TJ left, so he wasn't on the last scoreboard. He had a rough one, huh? Gwen just looks annoyed. That's interesting. So it's Protocol S&D. Don't want to say we don't see a lot of them, but... Yeah, I don't think FaZe have lost a Protocol hardpoint. Some of them have been close, but some of them haven't. So aBeZy gonna get that blood. What was his route? aBeZy just busts down the doors, or does he jump out top? He runs straight up top mid. So here's the thing: if you bust out this door, a lot of the time people will fast it up here and cut this way, and then get underneath. I think what aBeZy did is he played the timing where he kind of busts out, has a teammate watch that OE, and then he just goes right up the middle of the map. No fear of anyone on London being essentially top. That seems like a prep play, like one they just said, we're going to do this to counter this team, not because it's a good play, because it's just hard counters the way they play. So number 8, Vivid here is not really in a position to do a jack shit. He's gonna try and get into a building where 2 phase players are, and he's going to die without hitting a bullet. There you go. And 1v4 is not gonna go Gwen's way, believe it or not. He's just gonna die at the bottom of a zip line. Welcome to protocol. And Abizi once again just runs up the middle of the fucking map. So number 5 is just getting to this window, but there's no way for him to peek. You have a guy trying to slip P1 gun. Abizi's just gonna catch it. Gwen should not have lost that either. It doesn't matter, obviously. 2 go down, 1 close. You have bomb down. Jaws gets spotted. He's 1 shot, but 8's gonna not play for the what? 8, instead of busting down the door confidently and going for that trade, just decides he's gonna try and jump top and do some weird shit. And yeah, he's gonna end up paying. So now it's a 2v2 when it. I don't know why Vivid did that. TJ's gonna catch draws here. Just totally not ready for it. Yep, TJ's gonna catch them both. He doesn't even get shot. Catching freebies. So we have 1 light going outer. 2 ammo. 1 is bottom of this building, I believe, in the window. Just checking out his P2. That's the only thing you really have to look at if you have 2 ammo, I suppose. But now TJ's going to be able to hit up middle without being spotted from top. At this point, Atlanta know. They have a guy bottom. They know. So TJ's going to slip through. They're not going for B plant. TJ just slipped. He's going to get spotted. And TJ's not going to be able to get that kill. He has the wrong gun for that. Stop chewing on my Ethernet. My puppy's chewing on my cord. Oh my gosh. Hey! Quit. They still have a guy heli preventing the plant. You can tell they're scared of it. That tells you that London is a team not afraid to do something. Abizi's gonna win that, I guess. And yeah, Abizi's gonna get 3. Most ridiculous 3. Damn it. So 4 drop down, very popular. You only do this with the trophy. We're at the stage of the game now where that's a thing. A teacher's sliding in. They don't see anything. FaZe are just playing very hard front. I think based on the info, FaZe are pretty certain this is B just because Draws hasn't seen shit. Or sorry, A, not B. So they're gonna go 4 middle immediately, and Teach has an RC car, so that's like the worst thing you could have done. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, Teach is gonna get 3. Yeah, Teach is on a roll, bro. And this guy, he is 11-3. That is not EKIA. He is 11-3 at round 5. He's on pace to break a record. He throws a vertical. He runs bottom, and he throws a vertical nade while his teammate's watching over him. The problem is he gives up his position by throwing that vertical grenade because somebody actually was plat. And so now they know somebody plat knows there's somebody under me. Hey, Draws, come pick this, you know? Alright, Vivid's actually going to catch one sidewalk. He's then going to get traded top mid. Because apparently number 2, Abizi, is top mid. Thought he was bottom, honestly. There's no way for me to tell either on the minimap. He's gonna hit heli, then turn around, come back, and then just catch a guy. Like, fuck. They have info, last guy, slasher top. They have their plan of choice. Slasher's probably just gonna make sure they don't plant B, which is what he's doing. There's nothing he can do about the A plant, really. He spots a BZ jump down boat, though. That's something. Yeah, Slasher's fucked. Carolina going for a triple drop down, one watching their sidewalk. What the fuck was this guy doing? Okay, and yeah, FaZe are 3 down here already. They're going to get the first 2. FaZe are not losing these initials. When the other team drops zipline, FaZe do not lose from spiral. And yeah. That's that. FaZe have bobbed out bottom, so it doesn't really matter that much what London do. Yeah, he's just gonna try and slide in off road. It's not really gonna work though. Slasher does end up ripping Simp. Somebody's playing close on bomb and he doesn't expect it. Weird. No, he just made noise. FaZe are now going triple drop down with 1 plat. And Ravens are playing through. They have 1 top, 1 deep on the boat lane. And then they have 2 that kind of hit up boat. So one guy's going to slide in to A and see 2 people or 3 people. So he's at least going to know. He's just going to end up getting 1. Going to slide out and his teammate's going to get collateral, but Carolina's going to end up getting that. Works out for them. Good for them. This is a fucking nutty S&D. Vivid just naded his teammate. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, Vivid is 1-8. Oh, that's rude. Cellium barely doesn't catch 1 mid. There's 2 gun. And yeah, someone drops to draws. Oh, number 1, huh? Yeah, draws heli and he's able to assist. Like, that angle is crazy. So Gwyn got it on top. You made it a 2v3 and you know that draws was heli. The problem was, I'm gonna say, every time you try to get a heli kill, it never happens, but he just gets it. It's still a 1v2 and it's down to Vivid, who killed his own teammate. It would be a 2v2. Or better. So yeah, this B plan is very good, but against people who know how to check everything, you can't just play a spot. You have to play for rotations, and actually that's what he's doing. Vivid is rotating. I mean, this is high level. He's coming out behind both of them. He doesn't win the fight. He killed the guy first that he didn't need to kill first. He needed to kill the guy on the left because the guy on the left was behind a head glitch. Oh, that was bad, man. He just killed the wrong guy first. Like, there's nowhere else where the guy he killed first could have possibly ran. Oh, this isn't the next round. Fuck. Next round is up. FaZe are gonna go 4 drop. 4 drop. You see how aggressive they play it. So someone just got car bombed, bottom zip line. Yeah, there is no car bottom zip line. You can't see the kill feed. Here, I can actually hide the screen. Sorry, this screen. Yeah. Car bomb. Tej, look at the angle Tej is playing, by the way. He's on top of the computer holding. I love that shit. He's stunned and he's going to end up dying, but I mean, I love it. Oh, he ends up getting one. Oh, he gets it, and Carolina win. Wow. I missed the break off. Yeah, FaZe going 3 spiral. That's very normal for FaZe to do. These spiral drops are fairly normal. I'd say like 50% of the rounds. One guy watching Plat because it's just Plat's pretty common. Now, what Carolina are going to do is they're going to take top. This is top mid. So as soon as they spot everybody spiral, oh shit, they kind of back up and they're just going to take top control and they're going to hold their position, play for a pick, wait for a mistake. Thing is, FaZe doesn't seem like they're going to give him one. BZ's going to like give a quick peek and spot one P1. Now Cell's going to play for that guy P1. BZ's going to end up getting a kill right underneath bomb carrier here. And he's going to get traded. Draw's going to end up trading that. So FaZe are just up in this trade war. And now Simp spotted the guy. This is bottom. Guy bottom's going to end up hitting Zip back up. His teammate's going to take Plat. This is going to be Vivid. 8. Now FaZe realized that, okay, they backed up. They had to have hit Zip. What are you doing over there, little demon? He's just playing with a fucking... I think he's playing with the foam piece that goes over my mic. Okay, you can have it. I just completely missed what was happening. My dog is doing some crazy shit. Yeah, so Slasher just gets caught on the timing. And now FaZe are just so ready for that B-Rap. They get bombed down mid. Now Vivid has 0 chance of clutching this. I mean 0. And yeah, he's dead. Now FaZe take the map. And so FaZe go up 2-0. I don't think this is a best... Is it a best of 5? Can't believe that. Okay, standard. Celium got 3. He knows last guy is going to be top hall. Slasher going to keep top hall control, up to keep top hall control instead of going for the trade on Cell. Slasher's going to get caught, so now they at least know they lost their side top control. FaZe is going to hunt down every player on the map. Okay. Yeah, they got chopped. Now FaZe are going to get this top side control, and what that's going to end up forcing is a P2 spawn, except they're not going to spawn P2 if number 2 is standing on top of it. He'll end up going down, though. 6 is going to spot 1 cross, but then 3 is going to chow over him and get the kill. It's funny. Now you have 2 mid, and you don't have to worry about your top, so it's not so bad for Carolina here. Going to be a trade out, but now you do have to worry about your top. Well, not if you spot the last guy. Now number 7, that's going to be Gwyn. He's going to be looking for spawners. Sorry, my dogs are barking. It happens. Not much I can do. Alright, and Carolina going to continue to win that trade war. FaZe just trying to get some tempo going instead of making a proper collapse. It's just not going to happen. A BZ with that Kobe. Almost a standard spawn nade, except a little bit shorter. Now FaZe are going to clear time. They're finally going to win that trade war out. And they're still looking for a tick on that A point. They're going to need that. Ravens are. Oh, and they clean. Wow. So FaZe are just kind of getting outplayed for the majority of that. But then they just get two kind of waves of kills and the round is over. They make it scrappy enough in the middle, and then at the end they just clutch up. That's how FaZe has kind of always looked. It's just chaos until one team kind of wins spectacularly. That's how tempo works. Momentum. Two chowing left mid off rip. Guy trying to go through top hall, jump down into time, gets caught. Now number 3 is stuck, kind of trying to do it all. Gwyn ends up going down though, so Simp gets it. Simp can't get both though. You know last is top though. He jumps down in time and Draws gets him. Number 1 gets him. So Ravens have ended up taking a little bit of mid control. The problem is that doesn't really matter, especially when they're not even on time. They're not even worried about it. So Cell's going to end up catching him. Number 4 is going to end up catching number 7. 8's going to have to trade it, and then 2's going to trade at the back of that. 6. All right, well 6 ends up getting traded. Now Gwen's going to spawn up. He's going to take the space his team needs, and he's even going to get double doors. So that's super annoying. But he's not going to trade, and now he's going to get shot in the back. It's a little late on that reach out, bro. Might have been reloading. I don't think so, though. These double door flanks are coming in clutch for both these teams. Number 5 is just going to get a kill and dip. He's going to go for spawners. Trust his teammates. His teammates are not trustworthy. Now you... 4 slips double. This is what I'm talking about. It's just chaos until someone wins spectacularly. And if number 5 doesn't die real quick, then it's going to be a... FaZe, it's going to die spectacularly here. 3 does get him. Now FaZe need a collapse. Number 1 spots someone go through his side, and he wins his gunfight. He already knows the second guy's there, but he cannot quite get that double. Probably weak. Wynn's going to drop Vault and kill Simp. That is huge as well. I think his teammates might have had info on that because the time ticked and then... Yep. This is extremely, like... insane control so far. It's just a bunch of trade wars. It's just hell mid the whole round. So now that we have trophies for Carolina, it should look a lot different. Yeah, they're not so top hall heavy. Vivid's gonna get a double. How do you even do that? Gwen's gonna end up killing the guy jump up. Yep. And now number 1 is gonna be out of palm. He's gonna act okay, so they catch the guy white. The guy being white is kind of fucking annoying. Even if you're not in a position to get bodies on B yet. And now Atlanta don't really have time to set up a push here, and they even lose a guy to Gwen top hall. So this is looking very good for Carolina. Very well played off Bray. I don't know how Vivid gets a double, but Atlanta really never recovered. He's going to end up getting the kill, and he's going to end up OEing. Should force the spawns P2-ish. Now, this spawn seems to be popular. If you're inside this building right here, this spawn seems to be popular. But as soon as you bust this door open, pretty sure they spawn P2. So another reason to take doors out. Yeah, see the P2 spawn. I think that's exactly what number 3 just did. He just ran down there, busted the door open, and the last spawner for Carolina spawns P2. Like, silly. And, oh my gosh, wait a minute. TJ just turned on draws. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Now, okay, well the problem is that Carolina got 3 dead, right? And they had the ability to take space. But they're just choosing to try and bang through front. I feel like you can do this pretty much at any time. I don't know. I feel like you take space up mid or maybe up this lane. And instead of this, you have 2 minutes. I mean, they're winning the trade wars. They got Cell outer, which is kind of important. They have nobody making a play anywhere else on the map. Which is this is what I feel like FaZe's mistake was when they played Minnesota on this on vault control. Yeah, and they get mopped up. Now you have these two kind of strange spawns down here. You should immediately be telling yourself there's someone in this building. But 5 seems to... Now 5 is aware, okay. Immediately realizes. Now number 7's going to be able to get in white, and no one on FaZe is going to be able to do a damn thing about it, except he's not going to try it. Wow. FaZe playing very brave right now. They're just assuming that there's not bodies front. And 3's going to clear up, realize there actually is no bodies front, but now he lost his position to spawn them P2. Carolina not falling into that kind of spiral where you get 4 spawn P2 and you just have the whole team playing for you. 6 is going to spot 1. He might leave him. He might not. No, he doesn't leave him. Free kill. 5's going to try and get in white. No way. Oh my gosh, way. So 5's going to spawn him a little bit further, but he's not going to push his luck and try and get inside. He's just going to take the win and just hold his spot. 6 holding front. 2 is vault. 2 should get this kill. He sees his little toesies. Oh, Vivid's going to get it. Oh, that's the round. Ravens look good on this map. They get the guy on the OE. This is standard. You want to push open this lane. You're not looking for any spawners. You have a 1v1 here unless someone turns around for you. He's going to try and help mid though. He might be able to. Oh, but nobody's in the line of sight, so he can't. Now FaZe have man advantage front. And that's going to be the difference. Oh, unless Vivid gets 2 again. Vivid and his doubles coming in clutch. Yeah, Sim's going to get him. And FaZe still have this man advantage middle. Now that's going to get cleaned up, right? Surely. Simp hit, or Busy hit one more bullet. And now FaZe are kind of stabilizing. They have number 3 kind of playing up. They have number 2 playing for the OE. They're not just funneling bodies into mid. They're kind of just saying fuck it. Like it's been bang out for so long, we're gonna throw something different in and hope to catch you off guard. Yeah, and so Slasher's gonna clean out 2. Gwen's gonna get the kill vault. And yeah, this isn't looking good for FaZe at all. They're all gonna be off respawn. And yeah. Number 6 gonna hold this cut. I don't like this play. And yeah, for a good reason. It's just too obvious. It's not quite as useful as you think. So number 3's in vault, and he's actually going to... Ooh, I don't feel like he should have been able to get that kill, but that's a big one. And it's just going to be war up front time. Oh, and that... You saw the little spinny arrow bottom, and yep. He's going to end up getting 2 bottom. That's insane. That's not normal. Hi. So Carolina stabilized. They're actually up in lives. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, so it's 7-9. With a minute 10. I'm not sure if it's TDM territory yet. It's about to be though. Cell knows he's there. The 2 Atlanta players spawn P2. They're gonna end up mopping it. Gwyn's not able. And now all of Carolina are just making sure we don't lose our white. And they're going to lose their white. Alrighty. Last guy is going to be bottom vault, and he's going to get traded out. And now all of the Ravens players are going to spawn out. Who is this? I think number 1 just got a double kill. That's insane. Yeah. All you want to do is not let that happen. That's all you have to do. They did it. Oh, they did it. Oh, wait. I think it shows... Never mind. I don't have that visible, so I'm not even gonna... The kill cam. I mean, there's no reason that this player down here should be able to kill two of you. There's just no reason for that. That's horrible. So trades up top go phases away, and they even get one mid, so it gets mopped up, but it should be a trade. No, Vivid with another two that I don't know how he gets. Huh? He's gonna trade out. Now number 4 is gonna end up a wing. I think he shot though. He ends up getting shot, and he's gonna get spotted. He sees one lying on him. Oh my gosh! And the car explodes right here to his teammate's grenade. And that's gonna cost... That's a fucking terrible grenade. Where... Buddy, you saw him cross back here behind Lion, and his nade is blowing up this car. Are we serious? It's one thing that you can really take for granted. Granted? My bad. So truly granite. But like, players like Simp and Abizi and Celium, those three in general, are super good with grenades. You can tell who isn't. I know I'm not. I forget I have them half the time. Mainly because I go for dark matter every year and stuns don't count as headshots, so. No frags don't count as headshots, no point using them. Trade war. Carolina win it. And now you have two sub players. With their position of choice middle, you have to hit a route, and you can probably clear. Cell's gonna go, or not Cell, but there's gonna be one bottom hole. He's gonna jump up, and it's not gonna work. Hole jump's gonna die. Entry's gonna die. Now you're left with one alive. That's gonna be number 3. Number 3's has to do something with his team. He's gonna stop the clock at B. I actually like that play. Just stop the clock at B. Love that. And it looks like FaZe should win that trade war, and they do. And now they clear out on B, but maybe he bought enough time. The thing is, Carolina spawned a little closer, and that, if you didn't see, Celium on time just got naded. So that's the importance of grenades. That really threw a wrench in everything, that grenade hitting. And Cell was in the middle of throwing a trophy too. But they do cap, actually. I didn't even notice. I thought that they got cleared. But it works out. Perfect timing. Yeah, and there's a game of Ring Around the Rosie going on at the top right of your screen. And this gunfight, oh, Slasher throws his life. His life was so important, but it's all good. It's not that big a deal. It's just it could have been a lot better. Winning those trades up top and blocking the 2 that you killed is already good enough. Alright. They clean house. Like, there's not much. There's not an incredible amount of shit to go over. They're just hitting pinches. Their routes are on point. Alright, so a Hasi hardpoint. Now, this is going to be pretty good because these two teams are most prepped, I think. Make sure that the whole map is, yeah, wait. That's not the whole map. Let me pause the video. Let me, real quick, change this. Don't click off. Alright. Wait, no, close. I need to go to this display. Transform. And when it goes right, I need to change that to what, 1300? 2080? 2070? 60? 40? Now that I've done that, I have no means of editing it out. Wait, maybe I can on YouTube actually. I'm not sure. I'll see though. Okay, so on time, it's going freely. 1-to-1 trade for both players trying to contest time. See number 7 actually playing the top side of rock. Is he just assuming nobody came? He clears it. Oh, no one came this way, and he jumps up top here. Because he knows that his right hall could potentially be open. I think number 8 is bottom, that's why. And now he's getting hard. Number 7's going to end up hitting through. He's going to get hard played for. And the help from Draza is going to make that 2 uncontested kills. And trades are still going out. Oh, and actually Carolina come out on top. Because they're able to get a team shot on the guy top left hall. He's gonna... This little, like, chase going on up top is really weird. Number 5, spawns are super important. You'll actually see a lot of teams play on the staircase here. Just like cut. I'm not even sure if we saw that. I can actually go over, though, how people play for spawns. 7. Did you see number 5's already here, unexpected. Number 1 and 3 are kind of just both already playing for it. 7 spawns fence. Number 2 spawns MP2, right? He just spawned MP2? Oh my god. He spawned inside a fucking P2, dude. Alright. Well, number 5 gets cleaned up because a guy spawned inside of P2, and he wouldn't have even gone down. Slasher wouldn't have even gone down because 7 would have shot this guy in the back. And then for some reason, even though 7 is already in the back, number 3 spawns in the back. And number 3 has info now that number 7 is there because where he should have never spawned, because number 2 should have never spawned garage. This is a fucking nightmare, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, number 7 not ready for that. Huh. No amount of reps is going to prepare you for whatever the fuck that was. Number 1's going to end up getting 2, trying to OE for spawns. This is horrible for Ravens. And honestly, it's not even their fucking fault. This game is shit sometimes, man. That was horrible. Like I said, I'm a fucking FaZe fan, but watching that shit just makes me fucking mad. Like, I got eerie and I got off this game. Mainly because of the hackers, but that shit right there ain't fun either. London probably just gonna never regain composure from that absolute travesty. So they're running back. Big thing about this hill, look at where number 6 is. Number 1 spawns back of this square. If number 6 doesn't wrap back and come here, then number 1 spawns right here. He'll spawn like close in the back somewhere, but probably around the wall because number 7 is fairly close to the angle. Being able to secure one side spawn and then get a guy pushed up to spawn the other team out is very important. This is a tempo-based hill, and it's very important to be able to spawn the other team. In this case, you have these close spawns transition to this spawn if you block. That's a good extra 40 meters. And then you have these well spawns, but if you get a guy pushed up, they spawn up here. That's like 50 meters. So, on a tempo-based hill, if the other team has to run an extra 50 meters, then compared to you, then you're chilling. You could be a fucking team of bronzes and you'll be fine. Number 7 just staying alive that long might force this. Nope, he spawns close. It was just in time. And so the bang out front is not going at all in Ravens' favor. Although, actually, now it is. And since number 1 dies top, you see that? Since number 1 dies top, these guys spawn close. If you're actively... if you're sitting, like, top and you're, like, halfway through the hall, say, in between the corner of the hall and the window, they'll still spawn there. If you're actively looking at it, they'll spawn out. Don't think all the way out, but they'll spawn out. So you see these close wall spawns. 2 spawns a little bit deep because 6 is pushed. 7 is top. 2 FaZe players are already rode though, and like they're not even going to get the 5 seconds they fought for. They are going to get some sort of peace of mind. Now number 7 is going to... They're going to try and break through rock. Yeah, that's a mistake. The Carolina players that pushed for that scrap time to not even get it, that's just an outright mistake. The map is too compartmentalized for you to have to tweak so much about this guy getting loose. About a phase player getting loose after scrap ends. So heavy spawns, you need number 7 to make a play. Loses gunfight. Now they're all spawning garage. GG. Gonna be a phase spawner here. Number 4 who just killed the guy on the flank. Gonna end up staying up. But it's now a 3v1 on time if they take that tempo. Nah. Zell's gonna get all 3. Okay. Actually, a BZ got one with a nade. I lied. And that's another thing about those nade usages. Like, Atlanta seems to be on top of it. I was gonna slip out barely. Sim's gonna get his help and then go down. And yeah, Carolina's top hall control kind of play here got pushed back a good like 5 seconds. Now Sim's already, look at this. Draza was in this engagement for a second or two. Doesn't get a kill, but then Simp gets his chase and gets a freebie, then gets traded. And now by Vivid right here. And now Simp has respawned and he has gotten back to this position on the map before Vivid has moved 10 meters. There you go. That's the importance of playing with pace. Carolina still end up breaking, obviously. I think number 8, Vivid, actually might have been spawning him out. So it is important that he stayed alive. I was just making a point. Number 7 going to spawn well. That's a weird one. Why'd you spawn well there? So you expect garage spawns for the other team, right? So your teammate is top office. No, he's top hall. 7's going to end up getting timing on this. Simp's going to go down. And wow, they're really getting time off this. It's not normal at all. But FaZe are going to spawn well. This guy needs to run off time and just go. You need to go, bro. Oh, he tried to bump, like. Tried to make a clean bump so they didn't lose a second. And yeah, they get clean pieced up on rotation. Number 5 is going to be able to play his life. Very important. Play your life. Your team is nowhere near you. It doesn't matter if you get one and get traded. They're going to respawn and get the time as your team is getting there. And then you're going to be out of the play. So play your life, and now it's a 4v4, and they don't expect you to be there. FaZe still clean house. Still cleaning house. What the fuck are they doing to these poor kids? So this taking space front, getting a freebie, getting a second guy weak off it. Yep, just shooting through those walls, and guess what? Slasher doesn't have time to regen. He gets shot like once through a wall, and now he's not going to regen still, and now he's super one-shot. It's the importance of keeping people weak, which also comes down to stun usage and good nade usage. Making sure people are weak all the time. There's a lot of gunfights coming down to milliseconds. And hitting someone with a nade takes off a lot of milliseconds. He's gonna get that kill from top hall on number 8 here, and then he's gonna bank a stun off the wall here, and it's gonna bounce back and stun 5, so 5 can't even trade because 5 is stunned. That's what I'm talking about with the nade usage. Should be the focal point of the day. I think that's the primary difference between these teams, honestly. I don't think FaZe are playing structurally better. I think Tej is just struggling in these respawns. Although he's got like all their time, I guess. Carolina are making a few minor mistakes, but honestly that spawn was horrible. Alright. They're gonna gain some momentum, at least. Oh yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Number 8's blocking this front well. Number 7's far back enough to be blocking this close spawn. FaZe spawn close mid for some reason, which is stupid, but I mean, fair enough. I think they spawned there because the game didn't know if it was going to spawn number 6 back here. And so, because the game was contemplating that, it spawned FaZe away from that spawn. Didn't know what it wanted to do yet. I feel like that's the only way the spawns can be this inconsistent, is that the spawn system doesn't even know what it's going to do. So see these close spawns and FaZe still spawning like lobby because they have this front pressure. Tempo base, get that front pressure, spawn them out. Carolina expertly carried that out. They're gonna go for that row early. 7 gonna try and shoot toes by chance. Shoot the toes underneath the little wall. Shoot the toes. No, there's nowhere to shoot toes. So yeah, FaZe just win yet another trade war. Now you have all front. Nades are everything. And they end up killing the guy at top office, which is a very annoying place to be. Because you could just like get top office, show yourself, play your life, and then not peek forever. The other team has to be ready for you. Unless they just assume you're going to do that. In which case they can ignore you, but unlikely. They're just winning everything. 6 going for the route for P1 at least. And FaZe are more set up for P1. And then he gets caught. Simp ends up going down top hall. They're going to take that top left control. Top left control is quite good. On this hill in particular, I would say it's better because it gives your teammates a way to fill through rock. It also contests rock. And you have an open little window to chow time from. Nades are going down. Slasher gets it, but it's a 1v1 on time. Slasher going to play the ring around the rosy game. It's BO4 all over again. How many nightmares? BZ going to get 2 though. Nobody in position for a trade. BZ ends up playing their side, knowing how the timings work, and they're not even gonna be able to get him off that like last 15 seconds. That 1v1 gunfight on Fountain ends up being a 15-second swing because BZ's just played it perfect. Nah. He's going to get a bunch of people weak. Number 8's playing for spawns. There's 2 seconds left, number 8. That's Vivid. Yeah, GG. I don't know why it's not a best of 7, but pretty good series. Carolina played very good in the S&D. They played very good in the control. But I feel like in the hard points, they were just always just a step behind. There's no real... Like, Atlanta is so good at protocol that 166 honestly is like fucking fantastic. Like Carolina might be the second or third best protocol HP team on the planet, but it's just FaZe you're playing on protocol. We just don't lose it. Well, that is what it is. You can see how it is. Like they just don't give up streaks. The game stays so consistently scrappy. They just don't give up like big. You don't see a lot of chunks that the other team picks up. Whereas, look at this. Dude, on 3 full hills, Carolina got 4 seconds. What the fuck? It's not even right. What did TJ end up going here? He's struggling. 2100 damage is crazy. Gwyn was 1683. So it's clearly a sub issue on the new map. And it's a new map. It very well could just be that FaZe are ahead of the curve and other teams are gonna catch up on Hossie. I feel like other teams are decent at Hossie. But you see, like, the slaying here is absurd. Like, even Draza, their worst player, had significantly more damage than both the subs. And Abizi and Simp, the submachine guns on Atlanta, actually led in both time and damage. So those subs are the ones pushing up, getting you that tempo. FaZe were just winning on tempo. And this is old school FaZe, like how even in MW2, you would see very structured, like teams wouldn't overextend. They would just hold pre-aims or snake even, and just play off that. But FaZe were the team that would like go in and they would take that extra space. They would take every inch they could get. They would take the gunfights up front if they could, even if it didn't seem like they should. And it just worked because it made the game so chaotic and so hectic, and they just thrive in that environment. Earlier in the year, I was thinking, for whatever reason, this game, you can't really get away with that. And I suppose on Rewind, that's true, because Rewind was so highly technical of a map, which is why 100T were probably good at it. But Protocol's the polar opposite. It's not technical. It's very, like, just very hectic, too much shit to watch, verticality, all that. So, I'm not surprised FaZe won, although after they were playing, yeah. I'm kind of shocked. I figured it'd be Optic, though. I really did. Because 100D had that whole, like, weird visa situation going on, so I figured they wouldn't show up like they normally do. A hell of a series. Turned out the FaZe Roker series, that looked like grand finals. Not that Carolina's bad, but probably the second best or the third best team, but I mean, is what it is. Did not look fantastic this series. So I'll end it here. This one only took an hour, quick series. Didn't go map 5 this time, I suppose. I'm out and probably until league matches restart, so leave it here.